Happy Saturday morning. Go ahead and give me a hi or a hashtag replay if you're catching this later on. Always love to know once you're able to tune in and what you think. So let me know. Say hi, hi, hi. Thanks for tuning in today to our second edition of the Saturday Spotlight. Surprise, you got me again. So I'm going to be sharing something with you. Um, that actually I asked my family, I was like, hey, so what should I spotlight today, right? And Nick said satin hands because that's like his thing right now. So I said, okay, I'll talk about satin hands. I think we did include it in the winter survival session a couple weeks ago. So maybe you've heard of it before, maybe not, but it definitely is a great time to talk about it because it is so popular right now, right? As we're in the winter. Although yesterday, didn't it feel so good? At least if you were up here in PA or like in the Northeast, I guess it was like felt like summer yesterday, right? Um, but we're going back down to the cold. We're still in the thick of winter, so satin hands can be a lifesaver, any time of the year. Okay, but go ahead, say hi. Let me know if you've ever tried satin hands as well. I'd love to kind of know what your experience is with it. Also, what do you do to protect your hands during the winter months? It's funny. I was talking about yesterday being how it felt like summer. I was outside for a minute, kind of just enjoying the weather, and someone drove by and they stopped at the stop sign and the window was down and they were singing, like belting out some music. I thought that was funny. And then me and Nick got dinner last night and we're like walking down the little path of like all the little places or whatever. And there was a ton of people eating frozen yogurt and even some like sitting outside eating it at night when it was cold. I was like running back to the car. And it was just so funny, right? How we get so excited once we get a little glimpse of that, warmer weather after the cold that we've been in, right? So I'm definitely excited for it. But we've been hitting up the satin hands a lot this season. I actually keep mine right in the bathroom. We have like a mirror that has a little shelf on it. So I keep it right there. I used to keep it by the kitchen sink as well, right? So you can keep it anywhere that is accessible for you because it really is meant to be used a few times a week, if not daily through these months, because that's how you really keep your hands protected and nourished and soft, right? Okay, so what it is, it's a three-part step for those of you that aren't familiar with it. You start with what's called the protecting softener. This is the first step. Then you follow it with a scrub, which is like an exfoliation process, and then you finish it with our nourishing shea cream, which is like, your hand lotion, right? But it's so much more than that. But that's what it is, right? To kind of keep it in simple terms. But what this does, like from an entire set perspective, it really does. It's like bliss for your hands. It really, really is. It instantly softens. Your hands feel moisturized. They're smooth after you go through the process, and not just that, they feel revitalized. You know how sometimes your hands are so dry they like hurt, and they're achy. Oh my gosh, do the satin hands and they feel alive again, right? It's like breathing life into your hands. I just did a winter session myself with some ladies a couple weeks ago too, and the one after she did the satin hands, she was like, "Oh my god, my hands look 10 years younger. Like this is amazing, right? Because it really does just breathe new life into them, okay? Because they can get really dry. And just like we used the example before, like with our face and skin, when it's really dry, how it looks like a raisin versus a grape right beforehand when it's hydrated and it's supple and it's smooth, right? We want to be the grape. We don't want to be the raisin, okay? So you want to make sure, same goes for your hands and keeping them moisturized and hydrated, okay? So the first step, the protecting softener, it kind of feels like Vaseline in a way. You rub just about a pea-sized amount all over. I'm not going to actually do it right now because I'm at my desk and I don't have any water, but you squeeze about a pea-sized amount in there. You just rub it all around your hands. I really, for me, I focus like on my knuckles a lot of the times because that's where I get a lot of dryness. On my fingers where they're really dry and cracked, you can get in between everywhere. And it's fragrance free, but it actually smells really good. There's just from the natural ingredients in there. It's fresh. It's not overpowering or anything. You scrub that in, and what this is it's a protector, right? It's a protecting softener. It helps to support our skin's natural moisture barrier, and so it helps to lock in the moisture that's already there. Maybe it's only a little bit, right, in that moment, but it helps to seal in moisture, and that helps to protect your hands and protect your skin and prep your hands for the next steps because we're going to move into some exfoliation and stuff. Okay, so you massage this in, it feels really good. You leave it on for the next step. That's one thing that you want to make sure that you do. Okay, so you start with the softener, then you move on to, I love the name, Satin Smoothie Refining Shea Scrub. Okay, it's a mouthful, but it's worth it, right? Because it's all critical, like key ingredients, right, or key aspects of this product. So this is the scrub, right? It's kind of hard to see on camera here. There are beads in here which act as a scrub. You pump out, you do a pump, you rub that all over, and you think exfoliation for your hands, just like we exfoliate our skin to get rid of the dead skin that starts to build up on there and cause uneven skin tone or to cause that bumpiness in our skin. We want our skin to be smooth, right? Same thing for our hands. And so the refine and the polish, it makes your skin feel really smooth afterwards and soft because you're getting rid of like the dead skin on there and kind of cutting through to bring out the smooth skin. So it is an exfoliator, but it's gentle, so it's not super rough on your skin at all. It helps to polish away dull and dry areas, and so really immediately after doing this, your hands look instantly better. They look healthier. Like I said, my one guest, right? She said, "Oh my gosh, my hands look 10 years younger right after one application." And so just think about that. It really does help them to look um, healthier. And if you're doing that's just after one use, right? If you're doing this daily or a couple times a week, think how you're supporting your hand health long term, right? So that's really what this set is intended for. To use as needed, but definitely in the winter months or when your hands need it most, give your hands what it needs. Give it the TLC, right? Okay. So you scrub that in, you kind of get rid of the dirt and all the grime and all that. Then you rinse your hands off from that, and then you finish with the nourishing shea cream. Okay, so love this cream because it helps to moisturize your hands. Get this, for 24 hours. That's an entire day. It helps to moisturize your hands. You don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. It really, I always make like absorbs into your skin. It doesn't sit on top of your skin like a lot of other creams or moisturizers do. There's shea butter in here, right? Which we know is um, known for its moisturizing and hydrating benefits. Okay, so the whole line, of course, all of the satin products have shea butter in there because of it, but it just instantly helps your hands feel hydrated. It's like butter soft. It feels so good. It's not sticky. It's really great for your cuticle areas as well, and so it really does nourish your hands, which is in the name, right? So a super great set that you can get. You know, white tea and citrus is my favorite. I love this scent. We also do have fragrance free. We just had a limited edition scent. It was the citrus rose. Oh, it smells so good. Your consultant might still have some on hand. So if that sounds like a scent you would love, which you would, believe me, reach out to her. She might be able to help you out if she happens to have any still left in stock. So definitely reach out to her and let us know that how we can help your hands, right? Because it's so uncomfortable going through the day with super dry hands. So for me, right, at least I can attest to that. I don't know about you guys, right? But so love the satin hands. Don't forget about it. And like I said, once you get it, use it, right? Make sure you're really using it to benefit your hands. It's kind of funny. Someone else recently told me how much they loved the satin hands that we had done together. And then she said, I actually have satin hands, but I have to admit, the one that we did, it felt so much better. I felt like it worked better for my hands. Well, come to find out, she's had the other satin hands for nearly 17 years, okay? Which is like, oh my goodness. And I was like, oh no, it's expired by now, right? Like 3 years, we say typically, right? So make sure you're using it so that your hands can benefit from it, right? So I know I used to be guilty of that too. It was like I would buy something and then it was like I wanted to save it or I didn't want to use it all right away or something like that, right? But you buy it so that you can enjoy it and so that you can get the benefits from it, right? So I just thought that was kind of funny, so I had to share that. But okay, guys, well, thanks for tuning in for this week's Saturday Spotlight. Let me know how your Saturday was, what you got going on, how you liked this live, what you want to hear more of, and some spotlights or some events or lives or whatever coming up. Can't wait to hear and have a great day. Bye.